Hey there everyone, I hope to see you guys at Everfree Northwest happening from May 18th to the 20th. If you're wondering how you can attend this con yourself, check the link in the description below for more details. Man, these episodes have been ending way too early. Before it's 59. This one right now just ended at 8:57. I mean, is there something special they're showing at the end of this? Oh, right. They got a new adaptation of Littlest Pet Shop they're showing. How could I forget? But anyways, we have a Fluttershy episode this week. But before I begin, I gotta say this. I did not realize that they changed the intro last week. I mean, you guys saw, at least if you saw last week's vlogs, I was completely busy with trying to get everything set up, or at least I was busy trying to return home after a month-long vacation, so I only caught a glimpse of the episodes here and there. But also because I'm sort of kind of having Mandela effect right now, which for those that don't know, it's that feeling when you remember one thing one way, but in reality it really isn't. Like, there's many people that remember, that keep thinking that Berenstein's called Berenstein Bears. That's an example of Mandela effect. Yeah, I said it right. This week we have Fake It Till You Make It, aka Fluttershy mixed in with a little bit of Raising Cain. And for those that don't know what Raising Cain is, Brian De Palma. It's kind of a mixed bag of a movie if you ever see it, but I still do recommend checking it out. Plus, you gotta love Lithgow in the movie. Anyways, with Camelot having a fashion show going on, Rarity can't fill her shop in Manhattan, which they still bring up for this season, which, glad they haven't forgot that shop. But anyways, what happens during all of this is Rarity has talked to everybody about them filling up the shop, but unfortunately everybody's too busy, so Fluttershy's the only one that can do it. And of course, she goes to Manhattan and tries to understand how fashion works. But, of course, her being herself doesn't know a lot about fashion. What she do? Pose as another character, of course. Which it seems to go off very fine with the many of characters she's playing. One of which is being what I would say is a fashion employee. I'm not sure what I could make out of it, but it's certainly fashion. Like she acts sort of kind of like Rarity, except she's running the shop. The other one is sort of kind of this goth pony to appease the goth people. There's so many of them. Because we got fashion Fluttershy, goth Fluttershy, sort of kind of hipster Fluttershy. So many of personalities, much like Raising Cain, which Why is it that when Fluttershy's posing as these other characters, I keep thinking back to Raising Cain? I mean, there's not one where it's like Fluttershy's just there and she just sees everyone, all the characters she's playing there. I just can't stop thinking of Raising Cain with this. But of course, it does go a little bit too far with the character she's playing, even to the point that she runs her customers out of the shop. And even offending her raccoon friends that live there. Yeah, raccoons. She offends the raccoons that work there from overacting, which at first it's a good job of the acting, but it suddenly gets too deep into it that our leads, that being the other 6 minus Starlight, wind up going in to see how bad it is, and it's pretty bad. Which, of course, eventually they snap her out of the said scenario, as what winds up happening in the end. Fluttershy just acts like herself, just goes to normal, and just makes herself a model for one of Rarity's fashions, despite being interrupted out of her fashion show in Camelot. And that's the episode, Fake It Till You Make It. Initially, I like the idea, like Fluttershy trying to fill in for Rarity. That's a very conceptual idea. I like that. I mean, though they didn't have a lot of consistency with this, I mean, this could be, like, this is a long time, like 2014. Yeah, because at first I saw the episode, the season 1 episode a long time ago, where, of course, Fluttershy's, if I remember this right, it was either the Green Is In Your Color or the one she's taking, where she basically kidnaps the sick Philomena, which Phoenixes like to be very pranks-filled. But I distinctly remember one of those 2 episodes that Fluttershy basically goes into a closet and we see the gala cloak, and we see her gala clothes in there, sort of kind of more in line and whatnot. I mean, there's even a point where she mentions that she, again, I'm having Mandela effect. I don't watch the older episodes often, okay? But I distinctly remember one time where Fluttershy basically winds up telling Rarity all of this fashion stuff that basically gets her completely and utterly shocked that she knows all of this. I remember that being in one of the episodes. I don't know, it's just, there's just a lot to take into comprehension with this. Like, they say Fluttershy doesn't know a lot about fashion in this episode. Season 1, there are little parts where Fluttershy knows a little about sewing. Too many cooks in the kitchen. That's all I gotta say. Because of this, they don't bring that up. It makes me think, well, at least they have too many writers, so they don't pay attention. For the most part, they don't try to keep up with the continuity of it. I mean, if they could still add, like, elements from the movie into the show, like, heck, we've even seen, like, the new throne room that was from the movie implemented into this season. And it's even implemented now into the intro, which, yes, by this point, because of the premiere disguising itself, and to the factor that I didn't take into comprehension that they changed the intro. Heck, I didn't even believe one of the friends I talked to on Facebook about this. I guess I owe somebody $50. So, who wants this? This is $50 filled. But what can be done about the theme song? Because we've had that one since season 1. Never mind. What do I overall think of Fake It Till You Make It? Yeah, Fake It Till You Make It. At the bat, I like the idea. It's fun. It's a cool idea, and the fact, and I love seeing Fluttershy in like disguise, almost like acting like the Master of Disguise, minus the Master of Disguise, which is Dana Carvey's buried of his career. But I like the idea, though, with all the factors that she's somehow disguising off screen and just doing it so fast that you don't see it. I can't help but think of Raising Cain when I think of this. But anyways, overall, I like the episode in general. It's a cool idea, and especially taking into account that Mod Couple was a stinker. I can safely say without a doubt that while many people say that Fluttershy just keeps learning the same lesson over and over and over again, I still like this episode. If anything, if this episode turns out to be panned by the fans, and I'm probably the only one that's going to say this right now, is that in particular, I think this would be one that I personally like, but everyone else hates. If it's panned, I'll need to see in a week whether or not that's the case. If it's not, then I appreciate the fact that everyone likes the episodes. But, taking into account everything, Fake It Till You Make It. Have you seen it? What'd you think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, just I'll put the end slate and try to remember to add something to it. I may change the end slate by, I'd say, the next week or before Everfree Northwest. I'll need to think about it, because I need to see how these end slates are set up, so I have an idea on how to pull this off. But with that in mind, I will see you guys in the next video. So, yeah. I'm the Frog Guy, and I'll see you guys for the next MLP episode. So, take care.